Are they going to hear all the R&B in the background?
Not as much. It's going to be a low thing.
We got smooth jams going on, y'all. It's pretty chill evening here.
Tips for people in new positions in education. Up next on the K-12 Engineering Education Podcast. All right, so where are we right now, Rachel?
So right now, do I give the name of the place?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're at Slab Barbecue in Austin, Texas. It's right off of, are we on Burnett or Breaker?
We're in Burnett in 183.
Okay, I always forget.
And I'm full right now, so this is a good time.
So first of all, we just ate a ton of food, and it was absolutely amazing. No word of a lie.
Pork and whatnot, and
oh my
banana
God,
pudding.
sausage. You had banana pudding. Y'all can keep that. That's okay, thanks. But because we had our fill of food and liquid, and I took a detour to the ladies' room, there is a wall here that says we support the troops, and it's got all these different military patches on it. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the podcast before, but I lived in New York State for a very long time. I grew up there, and Fort Drum, woohoo, home of the 10th Mountain Division, employed a lot of my friends or my friends' husbands, so I mean, I had some adult friends that were close to the base in one way or another for multiple years, and we're all still close.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are still in the military. But anyway, on my way past the wall, I was like, I wonder if they have a 10th Mountain Division patch over there. Yes, they do.
I need to take a picture of it. Where is it? It's like...
So if you look at the left side, starting at the top, there's a pine tree looking thing, and then a little shield looking thing, and then a big lumpy thing going across left to right. And then in the second row, there's a little, I don't know, it looks like a circle on top of a fat stick. And then there's a second little odd-shaped thing in the middle, and then the third one looks like it has an X on it.
Okay.
It's not an X. It's crossed swords.
Right.
And that's the 10th Mountain Division.
All right.
Climb to glory.
Aww.
I know.
Still
so
supporting.
shout out.
Shout out.
All
right.
I won't mention
cool.
names, Colonel Waite. He doesn't listen, so it's fine.
No, it's okay. This is... I don't know who listens to this sometimes, but but that's cool. Like the fact that you can go to some random place in Austin and still have that connection with...
Oh, well, and
where
there's
you are.
more. So, Highway 290 is the 10th Mountain Division Memorial Highway.
Running east-west through, like, Texas, through Austin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Why is it named that? Is it like...
I don't know.
I wonder if there was some connection, like...
I don't know. We should look that up.
All right. I guess I have to
Or
do research for this.
or maybe I'll just text somebody and be like, "Hey, do you know why it's named that?"
This is what Google is for later. No worries. So where am I going with this?
Well, so we were going to talk about, Pius, for those of you who don't know, Pius teaches at one of our local community colleges, Austin Community
I teach
College.
math. Yeah.
You teach, wait, can
I
you
teach
say
math.
that with a different, yes, there you go. That's
I
the
teach math.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good job.
No, I'm very excited about it, actually.
Well,
it's one of those things where, like, I know my voice doesn't give it
Your
away.
first manifestation did not sound enthusiastic. And also, I started a new job.
There you go. Yeah.
In August. I left the state agency and took a district level position. So I'm an administrator in a small school district a little bit north of Austin.
And how is that going?
It is amazing and hard and worth it and hard and tiring and confusing, and I love it. I honestly love it. I am learning so much, and I get to see, when I look at the kids and I talk with the kids and I talk with the teachers, and even when I talk with my other administrative teammates, I can see that all the work that we are doing is good and positive and helpful and amazing and awesome.
What's the biggest difference between being this level of administrator versus being a teacher or even like a teacher supporter?
So we were having a conversation while we were eating dinner. It's really about how the poopy rolls and how to contain the poopy.
I like how you can translate it.
Well, that's the edited version because I don't want poor Pius to be fined by the FCC or
it's
whatever.
Fine.
Well, no, I would feel
bad.
bad.
The FCC doesn't fine anybody.
Oh.
If it goes on NPR, I gotta beep things, but most people are not listening to...
Well, I would just say beep then.
Yeah.
But poopy it'll suffice.
Yeah. We understand. So when the poopy happens,
When the poopy happens, part of my job is to accept the poopy, prevent the poopy from rolling onto my students or teachers, clean up the poopy,
if it happens,
keep it from smelling. Oh, not if. When.
So
When.
you're reducing it, you're preventing it, but you accept that, hey, poopy is gonna happen.
Poopy comes into our lives.
And how do you deal with that?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's my whole job.
Wow. What's an example of some kind of poopy that you can tell us?
So these are real situations. When a non-custodial parent comes to the school and doesn't go through the proper protocols and picks up a student and takes them home, and we don't get the appropriate notification, and then the custodial parent comes to pick up the student, and we don't know precisely where they are because they're still on the road and haven't arrived at a home yet.
And someone's angry and someone's confused.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of our job as administrators is to hear and listen and understand and be empathetic and not boss and not provide solutions and not put people in their place. It's to figure out how to fix it while accepting other people's need to be heard.
Sure.
And it's a lot. And I love it. I show up every day.
Wow.
Because
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I feel like I interrupted something there.
No, but you start back up soon. So congratulations
Yeah,
to
I
you.
start back up real soon. I kind of already started a little bit. I did teach a little bit in person because
cheater.
our spring semester started, and I
Whatever,
gotta keep on going.
overachiever.
I got more classes rolling in. No, I like teaching, and I
I
feel
know
like
you
I'm
do.
graduating from. Well, I've been teaching for a while actually.
Yeah.
But I have
But you're
been doing
becoming
more and
more
more.
consistent and official with it, though.
I've been teaching for easily half my time for like the last 3 years, I would say, and then supporting teachers before that
Yes,
and training
yes.
and everything. But teaching, yeah, that's been happening.
Yeah.
On top of engineering, and I think it's just I've done it long enough now where I'm like, okay, I think I should get actual tips from people.
You
the
want to
experienced
develop
teachers.
your practice.
Yeah, and we don't have to talk too
Look at
much, Like, we can't hang out in this barbecue joint all night.
No,
but,
because they want to kick us out because
right,
they're trying
exactly.
to close.
But here's the deal. Like, so you've graduated on to a next level of education.
Sure.
I sort of am doing that.
Yes, you are.
If you could give yourself tips as a teacher, like look back on yourself, like have been teaching for maybe 1, 2, 3 years now even.
Sure.
What do you tell yourself?
Breathe.
Why do you say
You
that?
will survive. You will survive.
Did everything seem like real hectic or something?
It's like drinking from a fire hose every single day. Remember when our former colleague Miguel used to say that for the PD that we led at UT?
That's true. We were
So-
teaching teachers how to
teach our course.
This new course.
But we were
yeah.
teaching them a whole year's worth of material in 2 weeks. Now imagine that you're doing that for 36 weeks.
That's how new teachers feel.
Or worse.
Right. And I've been doing it only half time. I am super happy and
And you
fortunate.
teach adults.
Exactly.
So
For
you
the
don't
most
have
part.
that.
For the most part, mentally, yeah.
You don't have to get them on a bus at the end of the
Exactly.
day. You don't have to monitor football game behavior and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so much I can take for granted because I can say,
Yes.
"Oh, you're adults." I'll just not explain certain
Bye.
things.
Do your homework or don't. Whatever. It's your choice.
So it's
yeah,
really
we don't get that.
the number one thing I'm hearing is that, like, for most teachers, even for me, like, just it's okay to breathe, to slow down,
Yes. Hang in there.
hang in there,
And
okay.
ask for help. Get a mentor. And don't be afraid to ask specifically. Talk to someone that you know, that you trust, that you admire, who's in it, who does well, who has experience, who is with whom you can connect and say, I want you to mentor me. That's something that I regret not having done is I would reach out to people, but I wouldn't ever specifically say, I want your help. I want your guidance.
I want you to be
Just-
a mentor.
Yes.
Or I need
just
some help.
say it. Just say it.
And would you say most experienced teachers and admin, they're willing, they want to help
They do.
young people?
They do. And
Younger
we
teachers,
don't,
rather?
We don't think of ourselves as mentors, though. If you say, I want you to mentor me, a lot of educators are going to be like, wait, what?
Oh, really?
I don't have anything meaningful or valuable to provide. But just having those conversations can be really beneficial and can really help young teachers, new teachers, struggling teachers.
Yeah. That makes. I shouldn't say young teachers because there's totally so many teachers
you could be a
who
career changer.
Exactly. Yeah. One of my issues, and again, I'm only doing this part time, but like one of my issues really is like, how do you handle really the wide range of skill levels or knowledge or backgrounds in one classroom, where like you're trying to differentiate, you're trying to teach the same topic to people of different skill levels. Let's say give an example, fractions. People start out with a whole different understanding of them,
or no understanding.
Sure, exactly. And so like, what I've always been told is, differentiate. Prepare beforehand to like to run into these different scenarios.
Sure, but then if you don't know what you don't know, how do you prepare and how do you differentiate?
Right.
What does differentiate mean?
And before I forget that topic, one other thing that I have a problem with is I could just be preparing as much, like I could be preparing all day, like forever, and I could just spend as much time as you dictate me to do to prepare. And even then, it's like, is that worth it? So
right, how effective are you being? And that's where I would encourage teachers or anyone who's in a leadership or mentoring or exemplifying position, I guess. If you are showing someone how to do something, or if you're teaching someone, or whatever that happens to look like, being creative, being flexible, yes, being prepared, but being able and willing to do it multiple different ways, and keeping... I say this, and some people are going to be put off. Keeping the energy up. That doesn't mean you're putting on a show. It's not Broadway, in a classroom. That's not quite what I mean. But I mean, if you're on a roll with a group of kids and you're teaching fractions with visuals and they're getting it, then keeping that energy going to excite the other learners and finding whatever it is that they latch onto, but having that flexibility in your head and being free and being creative and being open. And I mean, that kind of comes back to what you and I used to talk about when we were talking about design think and design learning, allowing those thoughts and that almost ongoing brainstorming to be going on all of the time.
Yeah.
Really helps you differentiate not only in pre-planning, but also in the moment. And that, I think, is part of what really helps develop a strong set of classroom skills, is you might not flesh it all out when you're planning, and you might not hit every single thing while you're actually delivering instruction. But if you can be open to multiple ideas on both ends, there's a much richer experience for you as an instructor and for your students as learners. But that's not asking a lot. I know, I get it.
I was just going to say that. No, but it strikes me, you're just emphasizing how much teaching is difficult, because you're saying that a lot of the work is while you're in the moment. And not only that, if you fail in that moment, like let's say I have a bad class, which has happened, I could tell you about the stories I've made students cry. That was not on purpose.
Made students cry?
Not on purpose.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I am exaggerating a little bit, but it happened.
You're not.
No.
Somebody
And
cried,
it's not
didn't
great.
they?
Oh, more than
Pius.
But like, this is just an example. Like,
Right.
if you run into these moments if I run into these moments where teaching is difficult, I don't get, a ton of opportunities to fix that. I mean,
Right.
you get to come back the next day or the next, 2 days later or whatever, and
Right.
try to pick up where you left off
But
or
I
talk to these
think-
students, but it's not the same as like doing a math problem where you can just like keep on going.
Keep practicing,
You gotta
right.
fit the timetable of the school.
Well, except if a lesson is failing, it's okay. And I did this as a teacher, but I would also do this as an administrator. If the lesson is failing, stop. Do not continue. All you're doing is digging a deeper hole.
So when my student was crying, I should.
You should
I'm
have
actually
stopped.
Yeah.
You
No,
should have stopped the whole thing and said,
things are-
whoa.
Yeah, right.
Things are not working.
Right.
Let's go back. And maybe you just had to repeat it one more time. Maybe
Sure.
you think of a different way to say it. Maybe you have the students help explain it to each other.
Right.
One of the things that I used to do when either we were ahead or behind in lessons, or if there were a lot of other things going on, or I had tons of kids absent, whatever happened to be going on, is I would have the kids design lessons about whatever concept we were learning, biomolecules or force and motion or whatever it happened to be, for a different audience. Not you need to teach a peer about this, but you need to go home and teach your 5th grade siblings
That's
about
a great idea.
force equals mass times acceleration.
I would
What
love
are
to
you
do
going to
that.
do? How are you going to do it? What are the materials? How are you going to know, what they don't know? How are you going to assess them? So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Everything that you would do as a teacher. And just have the kids do the work and have them work it out in groups, have them talking with each other, using the academic vocabulary, using the instructional language, using the right words. Right words was in air quotes just there. So, they're doing all the exact same things that you would do as a teacher, but at a different level. And then you have them check and assess each other's lessons.
I totally need to write down or keep in my back pocket a list of these go-to backup lessons that I can just do in case, like,
I probably
sub
have a
has to come
million of
in.
them, but I don't know how many of them
Well,
have been
like,
vetted for
'Cause
quality.
in our community college, in our little team, we've got a little list of, we've got a shared drive where we kind of share some of these lesson ideas.
Sure.
But like for sure, we need to expand that, and I need to have my own list so that when
Yeah.
a sub comes, or when I don't know what's going on, or if I make another student cry, that there's something else that we have an option
better
for.
make another student cry.
I
I'm
better
so
not.
Sad.
I
Dear
better
student,
not.
hey, Pius' student, wherever you are, it's okay, girl. Don't you take that from him.
So. Don't worry, it's more than one person.
Oh, well, that's
but the
even
thing is-
better.
no, but like, but the truth is, we could get into a lot of deeper discussions about all
Yeah,
this.
no, exactly. And math anxiety is real, and it may not have
Totally.
been anything
we,
that you
we
did.
had a whole discussion about this. Yeah,
Yeah, we
had
did.
a
We
math
had a whole
anxiety
episode.
We'll reference
I think
this
that was
in a-
like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. So I think we'll wrap up in a couple minutes
Yeah,
here.
I don't want to get stink eye from
No,
the
we're-
hardworking people
we're
who have
done.
been super kind to us.
We're gonna meet up again though to probably talk about South by Southwest.
Yes, our annual South by preview episode is coming soon.
You're excited. All right.
Why wouldn't you be?
I don't know. I'm just.
No, don't
tired.
get jaded.
I'm
Do
just
not ever
tired.
get.
I've been programming
I'm
websites.
exhausted.
Stuff that- You are exhausted.
Okay, nobody.
Cheers to that.
You didn't have my day today.
No, I know. I
All right
didn't.
then. And I'm still excited about South by.
I know.
I hope our listeners are excited about South by.
Me too.
All right,
too.
we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Bye. Thanks for listening to Season 5, everybody. This podcast is sponsored by my studio, Pius Labs, and by the Engineer's Guide to Improv and Art Games, along with generous individual donors. Donate to the show on Patreon, follow the show on social media, and read transcripts and learn more at the website, k12engineering.net.